always said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.
Welcome back. Now, we are back for Autobots 2, and last time I had a look at this area here, which is, of course, the Free Market Bazaar. There's a quest, but we can't really continue with that at the moment, so what we're going to do instead travel is going to go to the Golden Ridge. On Dorado. Don't let its Arcadia-baked landscape fool you. Although bereft of seas and rivers, Dorado is coveted for its beautiful, bountiful ore resources and status as a Goldilocks moon that required no terraforming to support human colonization. Its distinct gilded sheen derives from its ironstone deposits visible from orbit.
Error. How may this unit assist?
Another flaw. Foot-in-mouth syndrome. You've been racing through conversations and seem to hate the idea of having to talk with others. Your choices and conversations are now randomly picked for you after a few seconds, but you gain a bonus to all experience earned. 50% experience earned, but conversations are not randomly picked for us. You know what? Let's do it. Accepted 3 flaws. Okay. Alright, the quest is to meet with Abbot Newell at Matriarch's Mercy in Golden Ridge. And this is because we got this message from this lady with this super cool stuff. Alright, there's a lot going on. There's also a side quest here that we picked up at the market.
Think they made the statue big enough?
Oh. You get him down here. Holy shit.
Whoa. Didn't realize we were running so close to the action.
Bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
Oh my god. This is kind of like an active war zone, if you will. That looks really cool.
You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity.
Alexandra Station. Right, so we have a rift here.
Wow. This station sure gone to scrap since last I don't think we'll be hitching a ride anywhere quick.
Okay, so this is a way down, I think. Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. There's more tram stations throughout the Golden Ridge, with more of those murals. Maybe one of the quests is to the pursuit of the pit. Could take the original pieces and assemble the complete work on your ship. Right. We just take one. Nice. Why not? Station reports, schedule. Right, I guess we're gonna head down.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
All right, let's see what this is here. Small plasma charge, large plasma charge, plasma grenade. There's different things.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Engineering 8. Eight seems a lot.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Fuel. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have
Left
left
your
for
bent on
Matriarch's
exploring?
mercy.
Best we
seeking
hoof it over to
refuge with
Matriarch's
the Order.
mercy and meet with that Abbott Assad
Fools.
mentioned.
Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign of a more serious imbalance. Please see a curativist.
Somebody
before
help
parting.
us! Anybody, please!
Unwarranted optimism. Right, what's going on here?
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
Oh, look. It tells you actually how much time you have. That's plenty of time.
My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
So what do we think? Is this a trap? Something's wrong with you and your story.
Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a trap for sure. It is a trap. Yep, this is insane. Because I also have the perk that I shouldn't run out of ammo, or I have 40% less damage. I should always reload before I run out. Weapon level are we on here? 18. Blood. As we said. Behind us? Oh. Scrapper imposter. Then it's good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take the stuff. Finding people to steal from. Oh well, well. Oh, not as easy as they thought, is it? Right, let's keep going to this way. We can explore a bit later. Once we have been to the town. Hello, Otis. This. Right, so these people are actually trying to get in too.
Another refugee? Alright, step. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I'm here on orders from Ruth. Charlatan.
Ah, I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What's the exclusion zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, You won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts.
I thought refugee encampments were supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here.
Is there rule number 3?
Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
It gets weird.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Ish. Between the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this brat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right about now.
Wasteland,
Unsafe.
more than life?
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Ugh. Have you ever considered quarantining?
Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
What do you make of the situation around camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
Thanks.
You too.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Algorithmic and then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
I was wondering if you could tell me the square root of pi.
Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else?
You usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
So you're just mathing out in public so passerby can watch you math?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
But the other 10% of the time they're asking if they can use the space. Right. What kinds of data do you have in support of the Order's efforts here?
Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats, vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more than medicine in order to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
I wouldn't consider 2.7% considerable.
Then back to...
Okay.
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
This guy's voice doesn't fit his the way he looks.
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key
My soup is nutritionally calculated. There is an art to cooking.
as it were,
Alas, I am a
start
man
to
of
grasp the
science.
potential range of disruption.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the order. I'm not in the prediction section.
Broke my nose. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
I meant to ask something, but all of your heads talk made me forget.
Oh, geesh. We didn't mean to over your head talk or nothing. No, I guess I should only answer for myself, though. Maybe Mapother did.
Huh. Never had anybody accuse me of that afore. Lots of other stuff, sure, but that one's new. Well, we could play guess the question, I guess. That usually passes some time.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
I'll do that.
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
What's on your mind?
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Why would anti-choice do anything out of the kindness of their hearts?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
You aren't going to convince me the anti-choice would do a better job.
Except we have resources to spare on these folk. Does the Order? But that ain't all I'm getting at. I went through this myself when Anti-Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
They're just trying to help people who've lost everything. Why is that so hard to believe?
In all my years, I ain't encountered many folk who would extend a hand and expect nothing in return. I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange.
But you shouldn't have to bargain for help. I would have helped you regardless.
Well, maybe I misjudged the Earth Directorate after all. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
I mean, I'm not convinced on the Order, like in any way, right? So, chill out.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Mapother and Mudge sent me.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins? What does that solve?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I came to ask about the situation in the camp, but you answered my question.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a sick canid to feed. Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fight for free.
Look, your nose was just a sham.
What happened to this place? Lol. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. We're not going anywhere. Not on the
I've got your
basis
numeral.
of some half-baked prediction.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Prefer to think of myself as a free agent. No commitments, no complications. Well, let's go with Earth Directorate.
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
Where did all these people come from?
Some are former Auntie's Choice like me. Some were abandoned by the Protectorate. All of us have been displaced by conflict somehow, directly or otherwise. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
What was it you mentioned about an exclusion zone?
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
The Order's prediction must have been especially foreboding.
Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but maybe you'll have better luck.
What makes you think you would listen to me?
Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options.
I'll give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. You can find Agarwal in the lift building. Probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Oh, a visit? Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
You lost me after hello.
Oh. Well, the Order have got these things called personalized order predictions. Take about an hour for them to get a read on you. Then you get updates about your, path. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
It's just like a Minority Report. Could just be a coincidence, couldn't it?
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
How do you drown in a puddle of water? So you say the orders predictions have held. How accurately you would say the orders predictions are?
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, what do you call it? Anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough.
So you'd say they have helped you?
You did catch the part I said they'd saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, you know? Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already. Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
I've seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations night at the thruster. Smells about it.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I'm hardly a layperson. I own 2 abacuses, one for work and one for play.
Ah, frivolous jocularity is one of a vicar's key methods for establishing rapport with lay people. If we gab a bit, I might restock my arsenal for witty rejoinders and quips.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in the settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
You actually haven't told me anything about the situation here.
Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
Do you think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions. The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point.
Okay, so we have 2 bounties. Hello, Kim. Yes, I remember, but it hasn't changed. Also, as I said, like, I don't know if you remember, but I'm not interested in picking up anything in regards to the channel at the moment. Appreciate the offer, though.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
There used to be more debris?
Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story. Because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes. They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Absolutely free. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Alright, we're gonna head inside the building and see what's going on there. Oh my god, this is like a post office.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
How did you know?
Mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that a stranger would come bearing an inconvenient message. This is about the exclusion zone, correct?
She wants to resettle her people.
Or that it only that simple, but she ignores essential variables of the equation. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
So how much do we think that these happenings and these catastrophes are actually brought by on purpose? And precisely, how is the exclusion zone dangerous?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold.
Maybe. Where would I even begin?
The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
What can you tell me about the voice of the displaced?
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that.
You said I was foretold. How does that work?
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
If I learn about everyone's concerns, I earn enough trust to resolve this dispute.
According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain, more than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, you will decide the fate of the exclusion zone. Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue poking around. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The Doctor? The questionable types from Sub Rosa? Investigated the containers? If not, do. Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Archivist Wittmark suggested I speak with you about your work.
Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
The displaced may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me.
I'm glad you're more stressed than you let on, but you seem happy about it.
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. Appreciate it. My time is yours.
Alright, patient step. Invasion comes with while in TTD, movement no longer drains energy. Energy also drains 10% slower, increasing to 30% slower with your science skill. 3% of incoming damage is automatically converted into energy. Right. That is actually not bad. Think about it. If I would use, the what's it called? That would keep the shield on much longer, actually. And TTD is specifically the tactile time dilation. Yeah. It's probably, which I should probably use more. I might get this. Cool. Just sell a few things for that though. Because I'm still wearing the Aegis, aren't I? Yes. Change this.
By the law.
Me.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you
Oh
know
my
yourself.
god. These fucking predictions already annoy me. What does that have to do? What do you think of the conditions at the camp?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees.
Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
You desperately needed my help with something else?
You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
I'm flattered. The Order devised an equation that calculates the unknowable. How is that possible?
Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error.
Exactly.
Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp.
Tell me more.
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Think you could help, Ines?
Much time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out? I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it. For my intervention could only throw probability into disarray.
Shit.
Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and many things. Right as since you aren't.
Let's have another look around here.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Alright, so need optic. That's I optic 0. There's a number behind it mean. I think I don't understand it properly.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
How does the order predict the future?
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
So you tell everyone in the order what to do.
More what to watch out for. Advisement on adhering to the plan. Forecasts of probabilistic dangers. Elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Do unforeseen factors get in the way of your prediction?
Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow?
Absolutely. Can you tell me anything about the situation in the settlement?
Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
So you lack any substantial ways to aid the refugees?
There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there?
Oh.
We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the Order's predictive methods. If none of the other refugees come by, perhaps you could pitch in to help elsewhere.
I believe my services will be increasingly sought after the more of the displaced learn of our methods. Vicar Orendi, for instance, is assiduously occupied with such efforts. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well.
This is a predictory. I expected more than a desk.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's Mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means. I foresee...
Alright, let's quickly do the side quest first. I did get some. Oh, not that one.
Welcome. Have you come to
Look, I'm not with Auntie.
Sorry, I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no promises.
Doc Hollis asked me to bring you some medicine.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
Real relief for my fake symptoms. This is insane. Here you go.
If it's all the same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't want to spoil it by seeking treatment.
That's good.
You have my gratitude, stranger.
Yeah, no worries. That is not bad. Okay, cool. Let's go back inside and talk to the two up top there. Okay, let's look at this first.
Ah, you must be the... Earth Directorate agent, I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Does a mantiqueen kill its mate and feed the corpse to its hatchlings? Yes, please. Well, let's do...
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Seer Wiley's right.
These outfits that these guys are having is
Obviously,
insane.
we've all more important things to
They're
do
really
than
cool.
to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later then.
Like, this is awesome.
The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach?
I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order.
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
I'm not sure. Well, actually, I've proved Victor's conspiring with a group of dangerous zealots with ties to the order.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
Friend of a traitor after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific about the threats?
Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Is that all? Sorry, mad cultists?
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you? Actually, no offense, Abbott. Why should I help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
I'm an agent with the Earth Directorate. What more do you need to know?
Earth Directorate agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
Someone in possession of far greater faculties than you could ever hope to match.
Doubtful. Only fools run around proclaiming their intelligence.
That first answer was so much better.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Just checking, you're sure the Order didn't intentionally attack Auntie's choice?
Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact to whomever you speak with.
You're supposed to be helping me. Why am I the one doing all the work?
And here I was under the impression that investigating crime and injustice was primarily what Earth Directorate agents
His
do.
hair is awesome.
He's got us there, Commander.
He's got us
At any
there.
rate, I trust whatever's uncovered over the course of this investigation will serve as compensation enough.
I'll look into all of
I
this.
knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you...
What is a seer?
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Oh, okay. Tell me what I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes.
Leave, I hope.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Having someone who can predict the future certainly seems handy with the wand.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. By Matriarch's mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
So you're friends, colleagues?
Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become.
What's the story with the giant statue outside?
That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
It's complete bullshit.
Welcome. Anything I can do to assist you? Oh, of course. What would you like to discuss?
Why accept so many people when you can't provide for them?
But we are providing for them. As best we can, given our limited resources. Turning them away would be an act of far greater cruelty.
Maybe, but people here are clearly suffering. What are you doing to help?
Apart from providing them sustenance, shelter, and scientific ministry, you mean?
I thought the Order was about elevating humanity. Nothing about the Screams elevated.
Need I remind you, Arcadia is at war. This is what war looks like, I'm afraid. The Order is operating within a very reasonable framework to provide as much aid as it can.
You have a whole monastery right up here. Why not take advantage of the space?
Alexandra Monastery is a place of sacred study, advancing our understanding of the plan. We cannot jeopardize that vital work all for the comfort of a few. I haven't the wish to debate you on this any further. Please, let us move on to less controversial topics. Illuminating the path to true erudite rift worshippers, spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it?
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Oh, he doesn't even talk to us.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere. Or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, if Ortiz was among them, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
I think so too.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for. Once endured a week-long bombardment in a foxhole with only enough rations to last 3 days. Screams went on twice that long. Some of us still ain't fully recovered. We should move on, unless you've got something for me?
Okay, so what happens
If you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the orc.
if we call the lift? But we need some fucking code.
Where to first?
Alright.
Great range, Serenium, manufactory, or outpost opportunity.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Oh. Administrant Agrawal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least. Well, we tried to work things out on our own. Look where that got us.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on then.
Warren Nas taught me a bit about the Order's predictions and their usefulness.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
He said they weren't always accurate, but that he was too scared to ignore them.
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
Spoke to Vicar R&D about his support for the displaced.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
She's out of touch with people's actual needs, but then again, so is the Order.
A bit rude, don't you think? But since this mediation was foretold, I will not dispute your findings.
Provisioner Pletnik informed me about the Order efforts.
You actually got the Provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
The Provisioner's work is highly valued. She's a credit to the Order.
I'm appreciative of you all getting us food and medicine, but she needs backup.
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
Talk about the displaced.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
You heard about the business with the Sub Rosa altercations?
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified in unproductive ways.
Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
I spoke to the camp doctor about the health situation here.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
He has meds to treat sickness, but he can't cure overcrowding.
At Auntie's Choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
Found evidence of a collapsed structure.
Collapsed? But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Refugees shouldn't have to build in these conditions. These huts come crashing down.
People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
Fuck. I have no business making life or death decisions on anyone's behalf. I root for no one.
Are we to have a stalemate for the rest of our days? This cannot be what the prediction foretold.
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part.
Okay, I feel like something bad is going to happen. So I'm going to go by my feel. And I want to go for the displays, but I go for the order just because of that feel.
Very well, administrant. You win. I'll honor the terms of the mediation. Let's hope your math was right.
Have faith. Or, if not faith, reason. We can still work together to improve conditions around Matriarch's Mercy. Your reward, Mediator, with my thanks. I now consider the matter decisively closed.
Yeah, look at sympathy-wise, I would definitely, obviously, have ruled for these guys and given them the space. But regardless of how ridiculous, right, the ideas of the predictions, I just feel like this game fucks with you from time to time, and I feel like this might be the situation where actually something bad happens. So we'll see. We'll see.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Okay. Why is there so much more to see here? Anyway, I'm just gonna explore a bit. I think I will go here. So we'll leave the town.
The Protectorate have rewritten history to us.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning.
Keep your behavior within acceptable parameters. Think they'll notice if we jump the queue?
Oh, these are drop pods as well. Autodock compression core. Is that gas? Found compression cores that anti-charge went to the trouble of orbitally dropping onto Dorado. They must be very important to someone. Okay, so you just have to find out who this someone is. I mean, I want to say maybe the dog back at the... What's the town actually called? Matriarch's Mercy. Okay, so there's some red glowing. Probably get next to enemies soon. Alright, let's see how strong these enemies are. What do we have? Arachnid drone. Oh, some fucking spiders.
Commander, watch your fighters! Not getting up without help, Commander!
Right. Let's have a look what we have in here. Money. Resources. Oh yeah, I should use more grenades. I don't need actually the mag things and the bypass shunts because I can't hack and or use the fucking lockpick. Nice. Okay. All these fucking mining machines. Ravager.
Troublemaker approaching! The idea is to kill them before you die!
Okay. Gotta be a bit more careful. Be a bit more careful. It's still. Yeah, the upgrading takes much longer now. I don't know if the weapon is still worth it, to be honest. 230, 415. Right? These others are just way better. I'll keep using it for now. These guys, they were just standing around here for a minute. Property of the Protectorate. Didn't. All these fucking noises, I don't like them at all. Years. God. Right, so there's order people and normal people here. I think they've just been slaughtered. I think the bulb on the back of their body is like their weakest point. Dung. Oh, their dung looks funny. Like a plant. Paranoid. It's a second platform. Huh? What's going on? We got one level up there, which is good. Would be good if you could like overlay the map, because I basically want to go through all the fog of war, right? But it's difficult to see what. So yeah, on the normal map like this, and then the minimap map, you can't actually see it. Well, they won't be able to get over, are they? Injured Varagnian Halfling. It's off-putting yet inexplicably adorable Varagnian Halfling is barely clinging to life, although it appears to have fared better than its mates based on the 8-legged corpses scattered nearby. You see no evidence of the swarms would be exterminators, at least with the naked eye. Yeah, trauma kit for sure. You spared the little Varagnian from going legs up. The Halfling waves its mandibles in apparent gratitude before skirting off in the direction of the incognito. I'm going to say new pet. Yes. Pet. Oh, my friends have come over. Alright, so whatever killed these things is gonna probably be here. Right? Sharp eye and keen mind allow you to observe what can only be a smuggler's cache of loot. It contains bits, sub-rosa armor, and a few other goodies confirming a smuggler's cache theory. First assault rifle. 78 DPS. Okie dokie then. What am I using here? The exchange spark cannon. Why did my DPS go down? Considerably. Why did my DPS go down so much?
Too fond of Auntie's choice. Any reason why?
On account of them being a malignant corporate entity? Reminds me of the one
I grew up under a corporation like Auntie's too, man. You ain't the only one with a sad story.
Then you might ought to know better than to throw in with Angus. They're just like those big pension bastards we're trying to run.
Well, there you have it. The Earth Directorate saved you, huh? Sure as shit didn't save us.
No, suppose not. But you've got choices now. Time for excuses is past.
Don't you look down your nose at me. Any sane folk would throw their lot in with the ones who helped them. Not those who deliberately look the other way. How's your own loyalty to the Earth Directorate treated you all this time?
deeply sorry. I didn't mean that.
I'm still not quite sure why. Why don't go back? Weird.
Time to earn my commission. Stress tingling. All charged up.
Alright, let's start at one end. Bring all the scraps to drop site 14C. Sounds like they're hooking them up on drugs and then promise more drugs in exchange for all kinds of different things. Right. Well, we're going to do this first here. Kill the Dunsary brothers. Morton and Edward are the masterminds behind the bandit operation operating out of the Guardian Estates. Kill them. The gang should dissipate. That is higher. We have here
another agent!
There's so many.
Back in business.
Got my lens on an
I do it for you.
Beautiful. That's safe. Probably die some random stupid shit. A lot of dead bodies here. Right. These things are these tracks here on the top. Right, we're gonna go and see what we can do here. So we need to find a way up. I definitely like that weapon. Yep. That number 4, right? The small hand cannon or whatever. That seems awesome.
Error. Navigation systems offline. Good morning. Good afternoon. Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties?
What seems to be the problem?
This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its
Oh yes. The doctor was looking for stuff, right? Bypass all navigation system and return to the last known location of your charging pad.
Searching for last known location of charging pad. Success. 1 entry found. Processing optimal path toward Matriarch's Mercy. Return sequence will be initiated once path is determined.
Doc Hollis Beardsley needs help with refugees. Do whatever you can for them.
Clarification of purpose confirmed. This unit will arrive at its destination with 0.02% higher efficiency.
Well,
Thank
good.
you, qualified engineer.
Beautiful. Alright. I need to find a fast travel point and then we can go and bloody, hand that quest in basically.
Apologies, this unit's conversation module is functioning intermittently.
Ah, yes. Kinetic plasma pistol. So here's a way through. After. This is probably the way up. So we'll come back in a second. Just saw that there was path here on the left. I want to look at. Like we have been here, right from the other side though. Just want to check it. Secretive Elder.
Damn this dust! Stay back! Oh, wait. You aren't one of those damn scrappers. Apologies, stranger. These eyes don't see as well as they used to. Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an oasis in a hellish wasteland. So might you be willing to help an old injured man with a simple task?
How does... Depends on how simple this task is. And whether, no, okay. How about you tell me what happened to you first?
I was injured attempting to scale that cliff face to the estate. Wouldn't do to have a fresh wound out in the open, where anything might happen upon me. So I hunkered down here. See, I came here to salvage my, memoir manuscripts. I left some files behind when I fled the estate after the war broke out. Tragic, yes, but what else was an old man to do? If you're keen to help, one file's in a locker in the tram station. The other's in the mansion, in the late vigilance quarters. Simple to collect, once you get past the scrappers.
Why would your manuscript be in the vigilance quarters?
Why? Because she was an avid reader, enamored with the tales of the brave and the brilliant. I was a close advisor, see? And once she learned of my writings, she couldn't resist taking an exclusive first look. Bless her.
Suppose it wouldn't hurt to help.
Oh, bless your kindly nature. Do return promptly should you happen upon those, scribblings of mine. Silly old fool, coming here without aid. Be lucky to leave here alive.
Oh, we can do that.
Horrid walk back. Best get Adrena time.
It's down there. Right. Let's get up this way.
Looks like we're in for a hike.
Shit.
For that right now. I look like I can do that now.
I was just thinking, you know what would make this climb
back in business?
Being shot at.
All right. Now, the thing is, there was a way. Right? So there was here as well. Seems just quicker, I guess. Let's have a look at the other way.
Troublemaker approaching. Help me out! Commander, you're not exactly in fighting shape at the moment.
All right. Easy peasy. This is this other quest that we picked up in the free market with the other guy from Protectorate. Keep away from the refugees camped near the estate. It's full of automechs that'll kill you and mess you good. Not worth getting killed. Yeah, the other way was a bit of a shortcut, I guess. But you end up here again, so. Same.
And even scavengers have fallen on hard times. You know the situation's dire.
Chopper is connected to a charging port for blah blah blah. We could get help from the Magoo as well. Was a good try.
sight and on the way. To the rescue. Sight us.
And even scavengers have fallen on hard times. You know the situation's dire.
Alright, let's go in here.
All aboard! What? You were thinking it too.
Oh, there was already the first set of documents. The box. Arcadia. Beautiful. Another mural.
Fastest way down, sure. But you won't be getting back up.
Yeah. Won't be getting back up at all. Yep, yeah. Okie dokie. And then the second set of documents is up there. How much armor do you have? 12. Yes. Actually, maybe probably a lot. What am I supposed to do with these mines, actually? Another card. I think we need... Too far backward. Going down. I think we need 15 for that guy at the marketing. 10. It's not bad.
Sure, it's pretty now, but have we considered what it might look like on fire?
States key. Unfortunately, like one of the things that would be really cool is if you could shoot in windows and jump through, right? That would be awesome. Now, wouldn't that be something? supplies. Let's go up first.
This window. Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yes, yes! Grab an order glass scrawler next outing. They'll display us standing before we cut them up.
Rough customers about.
Ready to take a hit. Let's see what. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
You got my... Realize you're about to die, right? That's tingling. All charged up.
There was a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history. And moreover, it appears that our warring colleagues have betrayed us at first. I remember my isolation, but I realized I was where I needed to be of service. I enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal potential refugees. This is my
All right. Oof. That was not without its problems. fuck is behind this door? Sounds creepy. Maybe I don't want to open it. Right, we've done this. So let's jump down here. I'm just going to hand this in and then also go back to the dock. And I think this will be it for today, though. Deliver the old man's files.
Ah, you've returned in one piece. Did you, perchance, acquire those, precious items we spoke about?
I have both files right here. I gotta say, they don't much look like manuscripts.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Come now, hand them over. Ah, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. My handlers will be mighty pleased with these indeed.
Who's your handler? Agent Ghost Rider?
Just a local logistical agent operating here on Sub Rosa's behalf. Undoubtedly, you've heard of us. She sent me here to collect these files. They were meticulously kept by the vigilant who lived here before the war. Prominent woman, knew many folk, before a landmine dashed such hopes.
So you lied to me and tricked me into stealing from you.
Yes, I lied. But stealing? Come now, is it a crime to simply pick up what's been abandoned? You're a gatherer, not a thief. Now, this little old spider has to get his affairs in order. Here's something for your troubles. Farewell. Before I forget, stop by Agent Kobor in Matriarch's Mercy if you ain't already. Helping me should be enough to get you past her lackey. Now get! Now to patch myself up. You fixing to lurk all day? Now to patch my...
There's so much more to explore, right? Started yet.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing. Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Sorry.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to her? Every scientician yearns to visit Arcadia on this. One day. It will process all. The paradigm is a
Hold still.
Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication and setting broken limbs with tireless efficiency. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else?
Go on, get out of here.
Okay. Now there was a quest where we had to read something, right? Wasn't it? Huh?
Scram!
Oh, that wasn't the only one so far. Right. In this case, I'm actually not going to hand in the quest yet. For this, because he wants more, right? Right, this one. Taxidermist, a savant with needle and thread, can be found within the bounds of Matriarch's Mercy.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how
Really?
it was?
Wish.
Keep your
The
behavior.
invaders, order defecting.
I think I'm gonna try not to sneeze on.
How do you do, stranger? Though it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist.
I'm seeking medical specialist to help Doc Hollis.
What? And you think that's me? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
Then by prowess vested in me, I grant an honorary doctorate.
You can't just do that. Can you? Have it your way then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve.
Any leads on the spread
I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself.
I'll come back.
Fresh being the operative word.
Okay. Oh. Was still right. I'll do this one here. There's a person. Oh, that's him.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an Arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself.
You don't need to worry. I experienced more than my share of carnage.
I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an Arbiter, I would care to acquire proof.
Arbiters don't require evidence. You must not be too concerned with justice.
We operate under the Sovereign's indefatigable will. Thus, we do not need proof. But my training was somewhat unique in that it emphasized the value of thorough investigation. Let us comb the remnants of this charnel house.
Yep, they are all fucking dead.
The Sovereign's guidance.
Another lockbox. Dragoons, the Wasp-Bone 0. Automated defense force. Because I see standard wounds, but you're never to gauge much about what happened. Let's have a bit of look, more of a look around again. First. Pick up explosives. This auto mechanica has been heavily damaged. The barrel of its integrated weapon is warped from heat damage. It's impossible to gauge what took it down. It's firing it. Wavelengths, history, blah blah blah. Problem is, I can't remember.
These people could have been saved if they simply hadn't deviated from the paradigm. Incisor, all right.
You know, by the wavelength pattern, this transmission was specifically designed to be picked up by automech receptors. I didn't need to redo everything. Let's see.
I cannot help but feel a pang for these people.
Pang.
Cut down without a hope of defense. We must uncover what transpired here.
Found something I think might be important.
Let's hear it.
One of the courses had some pronounced wounds.
Someone visited much carnage on this place while leaving few signs of their presence. Did you learn anything by examining the body?
Large burn wounds consistent with a shock cannon caused by a dragoon's weapon.
I ascertained the burn wounds, but I theorized plasma damage, not electrical. Seems I must brush up on my ballistic know-how. Did you have anything else?
I'm found a terminal entry cataloging the base automechanical defenses.
I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force. Assuming there was a superior force.
The defense seemed pretty resolute in theory, but automechs are easily manipulated.
The distinct lack of automechanical corpses around us supports your point. It seems the defenders did not defend.
There was a destroyed automech deep in the camp.
That automechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it?
I think it committed suicide. It's pretty sad if you think about it.
Yes. This was the first ever example of an automech committing suicide. Congratulations on finding it.
Thanks. I took a look at the camp's wireless communication tower.
Oh? I wouldn't expect a localized transmitter to harbor anything of note. Prove me wrong.
Someone tried to hide it, but the most recent signal was an emergency automatic override.
I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's exceedingly useful. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking?
Yes.
Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people?
It's clear they were killed by automax.
A good first observation, and one I concur with. Too little damage, no signs of traditional firearms. Have any theories about the automex that did this?
I do. I think the camp's automechanicals were reprogrammed to target the refugees.
My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised?
Why does it feel like you already know the answer and are testing me?
I may have a strong theory, but I do not have a definitive answer. Indulge me. How do you think the mechanicals were corrupted?
It was through the shortwave tower. The saboteur hacked into it and sent out an override.
It seems so simple, and yet it also appears to be the most probable outcome. I agree. The only remaining puzzle piece is why. Why go through all this trouble to eliminate a handful of isolated refugees?
I'm not sure. Any ideas?
Yes. That relay tower in the rear of the camp was clearly not built by the refugees, but stolen from the Protectorate, which likely means that they were Protectorate as well. The refugees must have used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa.
And the Protectorate wouldn't take kindly to that.
After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to.
All of which you already knew.
Theorized. I knew this was an ex-Protectorate encampment, but wasn't sure it was a Sentinel's doing until this moment. They operate in clandestine ways. Now with that finished, Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect someone has disapproved of our inquiry.
Okay.
Seize the machine! The machines return, bent on eliminating you. To arms! That was a hard engagement. Used your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again.
That's it?
I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting beside you. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow doubt the broker would grant an audience to me alone.
I might just do that like now. Lonesome Ranger. While in combat and not attacking, gain 33% damage every 2 seconds. To your next attack, you swap weapons. What kind of item is this? Hat. Let immediately gain 20% bonus damage for 3 seconds. Here's a hat. Okay. I have a feeling this guy Tristan will be one of our new companions, and he seemed like a pretty strong dude. I'll probably kind of swap him for Niles if he is a companion.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well. Libations or information? What's your poison?
We've been to the camp you wanted us to look at. Oh, Prospero asked me for some glacial aged whiskey.
Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bottled gold and spiced silver. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me himself. Or better yet, focus on his upcoming set.
Alright, we've been to the camp.
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors, but I believe we were able to uncover what transpired.
Hard to make such solace in that with so many dead.
I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen. Working beside you was a pleasure.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an arbiter in tow. But you got what was needed. Not bad at all. I'd be happy to direct you to the broker. First, though, we've got a small issue. There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. You mind?
It's a trap, right? Normally I charge for tasks like this. Now, look at the lamp. Is it going to hurt my eyes?
Maybe I was too subtle. Go to the malfunctioning lamp in the basement, turn it, and see if anything happens. Keep your fingers out of the electrical sockets too, will ya?
Okay, gotcha. This is the way to the broker. Is Tristan with us? No.
Salutations once more.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct link from Bastion, middle of the Protectorate holding.
Think I'll congratulate you for risking your hide to recruit one subject? Forgive me for withholding my applause.
You're jealous of my charms.
Yeah, real jealous. So are the half-dozen AC ad execs I recruited last week. We're all just
Anyone had asked me, I'd have put the odds of a live arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses.
I thought Sub Rosa was supposed to see me as a friend. Why make me jump through hoops?
My apologies. Barney is sometimes overzealous in the guarding of my body, though when it comes to Protectorate arbiters, it is perhaps warranted.
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the specifics of her death.
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics, I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Someone want to fill me in on what's going on.
I shall in time, when fewer prying ears abound.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to sully my quarters with Protectorate lackeys. Live ones, anyhow.
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside, if you would. There's something I'd care to ask you.
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together?
There you go. An agent of the Protectorate would lower themselves to work with a third party?
I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was at least a start. Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support.
Has the Protectorate sanctioned this investigation?
My colleagues have accepted that her death was a natural one. Questioning an explanation of that nature is foolish, dangerous even. Nonetheless, the circumstances of her death trouble me. I cannot allow myself to accept the explanation that's been put forth without investigating to the fullest of my abilities.
Who do you think killed her?
I do not know your allegiance, and accordingly shall not speculate. Suffice it to say, for now, that I fear the true killer is within the Protectorate.
I think that a high-ranking Arbiter would have their own ship.
Utilizing one of our craft for independent purposes would have rendered me conspicuous. I knew Sub Rosa would offer steady transport as long as I paid their exorbitant fees, just as I knew they would collect information on my every movement. But I neither trust them nor have the funds to continue this relationship for much longer. You, on the other hand, have proven to be a capable partner.
How do I know I can trust you?
I hold my word in highest regard. Were I to pledge allegiance to you, the pact would be nigh unbreakable, barring some extreme action on your part.
Of course.
I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow?
I will be dealing with people of multiple factions. No killing them without my go-ahead.
Ah, I should have considered this eventuality. I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent, though I will not like it. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end.
Seems reasonable.
Excellent. I hope our working relationship is most fruitful. I'm sure we shall discover much together.
Fine. But if this uptight tin can swings that hammer anywhere near me, there's gonna be trouble.
Right was at the ship, Niles.
Right. But don't come to me with tears if your new friend decides to judge you the moment I'm gone.
Let us be off, Commander.
32 DPS? PS3 13. Only has fucking 270. Oh, his armor is much better though. Judgment. Charges a target. Massive damage, knocked away. Taunted. I think I want them to attack him. Choosing to start a fight using dialogue. Customer always taunt enemies in addition to any other speech attack. I don't think I've started fight from each once. Alright, let's head back to the ship. And you want to have a quick look? Oh, they're not in. Doesn't come up. Okay. Anyway. This is it for today. Probably for a week or so. We are driving away for a week holiday. 2 days, so I'm not sure if I can have some time tomorrow. Probably not. Anyway, see you. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.